We've all heard the saying, family is forever, but what happens when a moment of hardship reveals that belief to be a lie? Imagine losing your job only to have the person you raised, your own son, kick you out of your home. It sounds impossible, right? A total betrayal. But what if I told you that moment wasn't a defeat, but a calculated move by the parent? What if they knew all along that their son's judgment was a weakness, and they had a secret fortune that could turn the tables completely? This isn't just a story about getting even. It's a masterclass in quiet resilience, and in this video, we'll show you exactly how to protect your dignity, maintain your power, and build a hidden fortress that no one can ever take away. The day started out like any other, but it took a turn no one saw coming. The parent, a pillar of strength for so long, faced a silent, crushing blow, the pink slip. It wasn't just a job, it was their identity, their sense of purpose, gone in an instant. This wasn't just about money either, it was about the sudden feeling of being adrift, of having their foundation shaken to its core. But what happened next was even more shocking. The son's reaction was swift and merciless. He saw the job loss not as a temporary setback but as a sign of total failure, an emotional betrayal. In a moment of pure anger and misguided pride, he did the unthinkable, he kicked his own parent out of the family home. It was a cold, hard choice that exposed the deep cracks in their relationship, cracks that had been papered over with years of unspoken resentments and high expectations. The son had built his world on the idea that his parent was a rock, and seeing that rock crumble sent him into a rage. What he didn't know, however, was that he was seeing only half the picture. The parent, who seemed so vulnerable in that moment, had a secret that could turn his entire world upside down. For years, they had been quietly building a hidden fortune, a financial cushion that was so substantial it defied all of his assumptions about their worth and security. This was a nest egg nobody knew about, a testament to a quiet resilience that existed far beneath the surface, waiting for the right moment to reveal itself. This secret fortune wasn't some quick lottery win, it was the result of a lifetime of smart choices, of living below their means and investing wisely. It was their way of maintaining dignity and control in a world that often measures worth by visible success. Think of it like a mighty tree with a deep, unseen root system. The tree may look fragile after a storm, but its true strength lies hidden underground. The son, unfortunately, only saw the leaves falling, not the power beneath the soil. The parent's secret wasn't just a financial buffer, it was an act of profound self-sufficiency. They had been preparing for a moment just like this, not out of paranoia, but out of a deep-seated belief that one's security should never be entirely dependent on others. This powerful, silent preparation stands in stark contrast to the son's immediate and emotional reaction, setting the stage for a dramatic conflict rooted in the core differences between their values and their understanding of true strength. Now, let's unpack what was really going on inside their heads. The son's fury wasn't just about the job loss, it was a raw fear of failure. He likely felt a deep sense of shame, as if his parents' setback was a direct reflection on him and his own standing in the world. He had built his own identity on the foundation of his parents' stability, and when that foundation seemed to crack, his whole world felt unsteady. It's like seeing a skyscraper you trust suddenly start to lean. You're not just worried for the building, you're terrified for yourself. Meanwhile, the parent was navigating a completely different emotional landscape. The son's harsh words stung, but they didn't break their spirit. Instead of caving to anger or despair, they chose silence. This wasn't a sign of defeat, it was a conscious, dignified choice. Their secret fortune wasn't just a financial cushion, it was a symbol of their personal autonomy and quiet perseverance, a testament to a long-term plan that no one else was privy to. This dynamic creates a fascinating tension. The son's rigid worldview, that success is only what you can see, collides with the parent's powerful, hidden reality. The parent's decision to withhold the truth wasn't a moment of weakness, but a strategic move that set the stage for a critical lesson. It forced a dramatic confrontation that would ultimately lead to a re-evaluation of everything the son thought he knew about his parent and, more importantly, about himself. The parent's silence was also a profound act of psychological strength. It was a test, in a way, a quiet experiment to see if the son's love and loyalty were conditional. By not immediately pulling back the curtain on their financial safety net, they were forcing the son to confront his own shallow assumptions without the distraction of money. It was a tough love strategy, almost like a pop quiz for the soul, designed to reveal the true character that lay beneath the surface of his knee-jerk reaction. This is a masterclass in maintaining dignity in the face of adversity. This intense psychological setup, the son's shame and pride clashing with the parent's calculated silence and hidden resilience, is the engine of our story. It's a classic tug-of-war between appearance and reality, and it's this very conflict that will ignite a series of key turning points. These events aren't just plot points, they're emotional detonations that will force both characters to shed old beliefs and face some uncomfortable truths about themselves and their relationship. Every great story has moments that change everything, and this one is no different. The first domino to fall was the parents' job loss. This wasn't just about financial vulnerability, it was the trigger that exposed the true, fragile state of their relationship. It set the stage for the most painful turning point of all, the eviction. This wasn't just a physical act, it was a devastating emotional climax that showed just how far the son was willing to go, driven by his own pride and judgment. But then came the twist no one saw coming. The parents' hidden fortune was the emotional bomb that completely flipped the script. The person the son had so quickly labeled as a burden and a failure was, in fact, a master of quiet resilience and strategic planning. This wasn't a moment of luck, it was the ultimate reveal of their true independence, shattering every one of the son's preconceived notions and forcing him to confront a reality he never expected. This dramatic reversal sets the stage for the inevitable confrontation, a moment of reckoning that is far more powerful than any simple argument. This is where the son is forced to reevaluate his entire belief system, moving from a place of harsh judgment to a raw, humbling realization. The final arc of this journey isn't just about reconciliation, it's about a profound shift from pride to humility, paving the way for a deeper, more honest connection between them. The confrontation itself is not a single, dramatic explosion but a slow, painful reckoning. Imagine the son's face when he realizes his parent, the one he kicked out, was the one with the real power all along. It's a moment that forces him to look in a mirror and see his own cruelty and shallow assumptions reflected back at him. The parent isn't gloating, they're simply standing in their truth, showing their son that true strength is not loud or boastful, but quiet and enduring. This is a masterclass in using dignity as a tool for teaching a hard lesson. This entire emotional arc is a blueprint for growth. It moves from a moment of crisis to a period of painful discovery, and finally, to the possibility of a profound transformation. The son must grapple with the fact that his parent is not the fallible, needy person he assumed them to be. This story isn't just about money, it's about the chance for a new kind of relationship, one built on respect for individual strength and a real understanding of what it means to be truly resilient. Beyond the surface-level drama, this story is a masterclass in several key life lessons. The parent's hidden fortune is a powerful testament to hidden strengths and autonomy. It teaches us that true security isn't always what's visible to the outside world. It's the quiet act of building your own safety net, of being your own best advocate and planner. Think of it like a personal think and grow rich philosophy lived out in real time. The real wealth isn't the money, but the mindset of self-reliance and strategic foresight that created it. This narrative also serves as a potent reminder about the danger of misjudgment and empathy. The son's harsh reaction was a classic case of seeing a problem and jumping to a conclusion without understanding the full context. He judged his parents' entire worth based on a single, public setback, which reflects a harsh societal bias that equates success with a steady job. The story challenges us to look deeper, to question our own assumptions, and to practice the empathy needed to see the full, complex humanity in others. The issue of communication and trust is also central to this drama. The parents' decision to withhold the truth was a complex one. While it allowed them to maintain dignity and test the son, it also created a deep emotional chasm that could have been avoided. This isn't a simple case of right or wrong. It prompts a deeper discussion. When is it right to protect your own dignity through silence, and when is it better to be vulnerable and open to prevent emotional damage? The story teaches that true trust is a two-way street, built on more than just financial transparency. Ultimately, this story is a lesson in role reversal and maturity. The son, who saw himself as the adult now responsible for his helpless parent, is suddenly faced with a humbling truth: his parent was never helpless. This moment forces him to grow up and see his parent as a complex, capable individual, not just a symbol of stability. It's a powerful flip of traditional expectations, where the child realizes their elder still has a lot to teach them about resilience and maturity. The story's true message isn't about a financial windfall, it's about a priceless education. It's a powerful lesson in resilience, a cautionary tale about the dangers of prejudice, and an inspiring look at the deep, and often unseen, strengths that lie within each of us. The son's journey from judgment to humility is one we can all learn from, reminding us that the most valuable treasure a person can possess is their inner wisdom and a deep understanding of themselves. Let's visualize this emotional journey, shall we? It unfolds like a compelling drama with a clear sequence of events. The parent losing their job is the inciting incident, a spark that ignites the whole conflict. This leads directly to the son's harsh and emotional eviction, the moment of climax that seems to sever their bond. But this is where the parent's silent wisdom comes in, as they withhold the truth, creating an intense period of tension that makes the eventual revelation so explosive. This entire arc culminates in a confrontation that forces the son to reevaluate every belief he holds dear, leading to a path of dialogue and, hopefully, resolution. Think about the dialogue, too, because it tells us so much. The son's accusation, "I can't believe you're broke, how dare you burden me," isn't just a line, it's the raw emotion of a person whose pride has been shattered. He feels betrayed, not just financially, but emotionally. Now, contrast that with the parent's internal truth: "I didn't want your pity. I handled this my own way." This isn't about being stubborn, it's about maintaining a profound sense of self-worth and autonomy in the face of judgment. It's the difference between needing help and choosing to be self-sufficient. And then comes the ultimate reveal, the line that changes everything: "You think I struggled, I've had a nest egg all along." This isn't a moment of revenge, it's a powerful act of revelation. It's the parent pulling back the curtain on a performance they've been giving for years, one that was designed to protect their dignity. This moment forces the son to confront the reality that he wasn't just wrong about their finances, he was fundamentally wrong about his parents' character. It's a humbling and necessary lesson. This story also offers a powerful analogy about the nature of strength itself. Just like a tree with hidden roots, the parent's financial resilience was unseen but deeply powerful, providing stability when the storm of job loss hit. It teaches us that true trust isn't just about sharing every vulnerability, it's about honoring someone's agency and respecting their ability to navigate their own struggles. The son failed to do this, assuming his parent was helpless simply because he couldn't see their strength. This expanded look at the story's emotional architecture shows us that it's far more than a simple revenge tale. It's a blueprint for understanding the complexities of human relationships, the value of quiet resilience, and the power of a well-timed truth. The journey from conflict to resolution isn't just for them, it's a guide for us, showing how powerful life lessons can emerge from even the most painful of family dramas. The question is, are we willing to learn? This story offers some incredibly powerful lessons you can apply to your own life. First and foremost, never judge based on visible struggles. We often see someone lose their job or face a setback and immediately assume the worst. We project our own fears onto them, thinking they must be desperate. But as this narrative shows, financial hardship doesn't always equate to helplessness. The person you think is struggling might have a nest egg you know nothing about, and your quick judgment can cause far more damage than their situation ever could. Another key takeaway is the importance of maintaining dignity in adversity. The parents' choice to keep their fortune a secret wasn't about being deceptive, it was a profound act of self-respect. It teaches us that you don't always have to broadcast your struggles to the world. Sometimes, the most powerful thing you can do is handle your problems quietly, prioritizing your own peace of mind and self-sufficiency. This is a crucial practice for anyone who wants to build resilience and avoid seeking pity from others. The story also serves as a masterclass in intergenerational empathy. The son's harsh reaction was rooted in a lack of understanding for his parents' life journey and a one-dimensional view of their worth. This reminds us that we need to make a conscious effort to see the world from different perspectives, especially within our own families. Understanding the unique struggles and triumphs of our parents and elders can prevent missteps and build a much stronger, more compassionate bond. Finally, we must consider the delicate balance of transparency and trust. While the parents' secret created a powerful teachable moment, it also came at a great cost. The story makes us ask, when is it wise to reveal everything, and when is it smarter to maintain a sense of privacy? The lesson here is that trust must be earned. The parent, in their wisdom, knew that the son hadn't earned the right to their full transparency, and their silence was a way of protecting their autonomy. Ultimately, this is more than just a dramatic tale, it's a practical guide for living a more thoughtful and resilient life. By practicing these principles, from avoiding quick judgments to fostering empathy and prioritizing dignity, we can navigate life's challenges with more grace and wisdom. The real value isn't in the plot twists, but in the timeless lessons it offers for building a stronger, more authentic self. This story is a powerful thought experiment, and it leaves us with some big questions to ponder. First, we have to ask, how might the story have differed if the parent revealed their fortune early on? It's a fascinating what if. The eviction and all the painful drama that followed would have been avoided, but at what cost? Would the son have ever learned his lesson about his own pride and judgment? The parent's silence, though painful, was the very thing that created the space for a profound, life-changing revelation. We should also reflect on what cultural or family norms might have shaped the son's reaction. His immediate anger and sense of betrayal weren't just personal, they were likely influenced by a deep-seated belief that a parent's job loss is a family failure. This is a common societal pressure, a silent expectation that can lead to making rash, unforgivable decisions. This story invites us to think critically about the unspoken rules we live by and whether they truly serve us or our loved ones. And finally, we're left to wonder, could this dramatic twist lead to genuine reconciliation, or is the emotional damage too deep? The parent's revelation of the fortune provides a path forward, but it doesn't erase the pain of being kicked out. This forces us to consider whether some betrayals leave a permanent mark. While the family may find a way to move on, the cracks will always be there, a reminder of a moment when one person's pride was more important than their love. The true purpose of these questions isn't to find simple answers, but to provoke a deeper conversation. They are designed to push us beyond the surface of the plot and into a place of honest self-reflection. The real value of this story isn't just in its dramatic twists, but in the uncomfortable truths it forces us to confront about our own families, our own pride, and our own capacity for empathy. Ultimately, this is more than just a captivating tale. It's a mirror held up to our own lives, asking us to examine our values and our actions. The journey of the parent and son is a powerful lesson in what can happen when we judge too quickly and what can be gained when we are forced to look at the world from a completely new perspective. The story ends, but the questions it raises are just beginning. This story isn't just a dramatic tale, it's a blueprint for a life lived with purpose and dignity. The parent's journey teaches us that true strength isn't about what you show to the world, but what you build for yourself in private. So, I challenge you to take a page from their book. What's one area of your life where you feel you need to build a hidden fortress of your own? And how can you start today, with just one small, quiet action? The time to invest in your own resilience isn't tomorrow, it's now. If this story resonated with you and you're ready to start building your own empire of quiet strength, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell. That way, you won't miss our next video, where we continue to explore powerful life lessons just like this one.